The music in this video was performed and recorded by myself. What's up, ninjas? This is Ninjago Theory, and today I am joined by Luke.
Hey everyone, it's Luke, formerly Luke the Nindroid, and I'm here with my good old friend Ninjago Theory to discuss some, Ninjago theories on Reddit.
Yep, so that's what we're going to be doing today. Just looking through some Ninjago theories on the Ninjago subreddit. And what we're going to do basically is just give our thoughts on the theory after reading it, and then we're going to give it a rating out of 10.
Alright, so let's cue the intro! So, the first one is from Autobot Megatron. Sounds like a Transformer fan.
Yep.
Theory about Ninjago's 10th anniversary and how it ties into Master of the Mountain, if it can load for me. So, in a way, this is basically another one of those who is the Vengestone buyer theories, which that's been popping up for, months on end. This person, Autobot Megatron, says there's 4 main suspects for who could be the buyer. The Time Twins, Klaus, Pythor, and Garmadon. Which, to be fair, they are, two of those are supposed to appear in the new sets.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. So this was kind of made before, this was made about 10 months ago, I think. Oh no, 2 years ago, actually. So they actually got 2 things right, which is pretty cool. And they were pretty ahead of the game, considering that they got this much stuff right 2 years ago. And I think it was a really well written theory. So
yeah, also when they put the Klaus part, it reminded me back when, the whole community thought Klaus was the Skull Sorcerer, which I bought into, to be fair.
Yeah, when everyone was theorizing about that, I hadn't watched season 13 yet, so I had no idea what was going on, but I do remember that.
So yeah, but like you said, it is amazing that it was way before this set information even came out, and yet it's super accurate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10, just because they got most of it right. So
yeah, I'm thinking about an 8 as well. It says the only things that really hold it back are the Time Twins one, which kind of got solved with that Golden Hour short, even though that Golden Hour short didn't really solve anything. It just rather complicated things. And the Klaus one, which was, that was kind of all community hype, and then that never went anywhere.
Yeah. Okay. Let's move on to the next one, anyways.
Yeah, the next one is a theory, which is spelled wrong, about Ninjago season 14.
Okay, I'm just gonna read out what it says because it's only one sentence. I think season 14 is gonna be about the green skull that the Skull Sorcerer had, because when Cole destroyed it, the remainings are still there, so I think it'll come back. Well, they got that wrong anyways.
That one is incredibly wrong.
Yeah.
Because, Haza was basically blown to bits. There was no remainings, and if you did see any remainings, I want you to point it out, because, there's none that we could find.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give this one a 1 out of 10, honestly. Not much going for it.
Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 0 or 1. 0.
Okay, that's a bit harsh, but yeah, there's not really much to say. Theory for Ninjago season 11 and seasons moving forward.
Yeah, by Hoffley.
Okay, it's another long one, so we're just gonna take a minute to read it, and then we'll come back to you. Okay, this one's actually really good. Are you done reading?
This one, I could definitely see where this person is coming from, but most of it is pretty wrong.
Really? Because it's kind of right, in my opinion.
The point that they got wrong was Zane is not the Ice Emperor, which obviously he was. Just, it was him, but not really him at the same time.
I think what they're saying is that So this was made when I think only the
Season
fire
one
tractor
was
came out.
just barely coming out.
Yeah, I think this was made when the fire tractor just came out, and people were speculating that Zane could be the Ice Emperor, and this person's like saying that Zane could be the Ice Emperor because of the whole time thing, which is actually what ended up happening. So they actually kind of like got this one nearly completely correct.
I wouldn't say
when you
completely
consider-
right, because the wording here is a little off. It says, even though it said the Ice Emperor's been around for decades, that still does not mean it's not Zane. Okay, yeah, my wording got a little messed up.
Yeah.
Whoops.
It was very confusing how they put it, but what they mean is they think he is Zane. So
Okay, so if that's the case, then yeah, they definitely got that one right. And I don't know, I'm not a Marvel fan, so I don't get the whole Ant-Man example.
oh, fair enough. Well, they're basically saying that time works differently in the Netherrealm than in Ninjago,
Yeah,
which they were
but,
right
like,
about.
yeah, the
So-
example I would have used is the Dragon Ball Z time chamber thing, where it feels like they say they're gonna be training for a year, but in actuality it's for a year in there, but it doesn't feel like a year or something. I don't know the logic in Dragon Ball Z
Yeah,
as well.
I can think of like a million things where time doesn't work, like Narnia, Inception, Interstellar. So yeah, that it's definitely in a lot of stuff. But yeah, I think this is a good theory. So
I think this is a fine theory. I'll give it a solid 7.
fair enough. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I really liked it, but I can see where you're coming from. So.
This might be far-fetched, but I have the theory that Jay's biological mother was turned into the chicken by Klaus. Is it because the chicken turns blue and is a lightning chicken? That's so... if that's true, that's morbid and sad at the same time. It would be so sad if that is the case.
Yeah, no, if that was actually the case, that'd be terrible. But like, from a theory point of view, that is amazing. Like, that's peak.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 10 out of 10, honestly.
Wow, you are really giving your all with this. So I'm giving it a solid 7. Because it's there, but with the information that we have, it's most likely not going to happen.
Oh, it's definitely not gonna happen, but like, it was just a great theory. That's all.
Yeah. Okay. This one, will Metallonia be an important location this year? This is another recent one. Okay. This one isn't really that long. We obviously know Metallonia is a region in Jago, blah 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 blah. So, at the reveal of the Garmadon comic book at the Skybound event, Tommy Andreasen said the lore is almost complete. Tommy, what are you saying here? Park Run in Season 3 is from Metallonia. This proves the writers hadn't forgotten about this location.
Yeah.
Great job on the writers for that. We know the new writers really like foreshadowing. Wojira was mentioned in SOG with a different pronunciation for some reason.
Yeah, Wohira.
Then Wojir appeared in Seabound. Clutch tried to steal the amulet in the island, but it turns out it was a fake. King Vangelis mentioned the buyer mastered the mountain, and Misdemeanor was transporting Vengestone in Seabound. A lot of plot points converge in Seabound, huh? Yep. What I'm trying to say is Corcoran's character being foreshadowing from Metallonia would make sense. It would make sense.
It would make sense. But it's not like, this is just stuff that means it could happen, but it's not stuff that concretely proves that it will.
Yeah.
So,
and if I were to be truly honest, I feel like Metallonia is basically Ninjago's version of Russia for some reason.
yeah, it is. Well, I think it's because of the accent.
Yeah,
It's definitely
very,
like
a very, very thick Russian accent.
I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10.
Yeah, I was thinking about a 7 or an 8 out of 10. It's like it's there, but it just needs more evidence.
Yeah. I appreciate it well written though. And it's like
okay,
short.
This one is Colt's Future, which we kind of already knew this at this point, but I want to see what this says. Theory about why Cole didn't see anything is reflection back in season 5. My theory is that Cole is the only one person in Ninjago to not have a decided future. The writers in Cloud Kingdom didn't write for him because he is special. So basically what happened is that everyone thought because he didn't have a reflection, he was either gonna die or have some sort of random ability to disappear. And the latter of the two was the correct answer.
Yeah, this was kind of already explained, so they're just kind of wrong.
The future reflections didn't age well because they didn't really set up anything. They just kind of introduced stuff, and that's it.
Oh yeah, I have like a really big theory video about that, about all the ninjas' reflections and stuff, which yeah, a lot of my viewers have probably already seen, so no need to go into that. But yeah, I'm giving this 2 out of 10 anyways.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, this one wasn't really thought out all that well, but I can see where it's coming from, especially since you just triggered J fans because you said Cole is special, and part of me thinks about a video that I'm gonna make talking about why I believe there is a Cole bias in this fandom. So I'll give it a 3 out of 10.
Okay, Cole is my favorite ninja, so I'm included in that bias, but yeah.
Dude, this one is old. This one is like beyond old. 4 episodes in, what are your theories about how this season will end?
I have a theory that Zane will die.
That didn't age well. I just wonder. I'm. This is one of the few times where I actually will feel like, oh no, there. Oh, Zane does play a role, a very big role, actually. Yep, because he dies and then comes back, and I was upset about it. What each ninja represents, in my opinion, this one interests me because I like that little pickup.
So I think, so they think that Kai represents loyalty because, in tournament developments, he was tempted by Chen to betray his friends, but he stayed with them. And when he finds out that his parents are traitors, he encounters his dad, so he always chooses his friends. Yeah, that's definitely could be true. I don't think that's like his main one, but yeah, that's definitely like an aspect of him. And then we have Cole, represents family because he unlocked his true potential thanks to his dad, and then he got his Spinjitzu burst because of his mom as well. And then Wu was like a dad for him, I think it's saying. And yeah, just a few more examples of that, which is definitely true. I do agree with that one. What do you think about that one anyways?
Kai and loyalty, yeah, I think he is one of the most loyal ninja, but I feel like if loyalty is there, Zane would easily be number 1 with that one. Cole and family, again, that's Zane because of that one line. It ain't about numbers, it's about family.
Nothing is stronger than family.
Jay represents love because he is so lovable. Yeah, he is very lovable, and I believe that's why a lot of people love him, even though he doesn't really grow that much as a character. Zane obviously represents sacrifice because the end rebooted. Okay, yeah, I can definitely see that one. Endurance, he survived. Okay, yeah, Lloyd and endurance, I can definitely see that one.
Definitely, yeah.
What's crazy is that right now I'm on like a little binge of watching a bunch of shows, and one of them is literally called Endurance, which is like a kid's version of that show Survivor. So I just thought it was funny to point that out. Nia represents perseverance / consistency, I think this person meant. So I could definitely see where this one is, and I think I'll make a future video about what I believe the virtues are, because I don't believe the virtues for each ninja matched.
I think that the virtues we got for the show were not great for representing the ninja. I don't think these ones are perfect either, but they're definitely interesting to think about. So I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Yeah, I think this one is a bit more accurate than the virtues, so I'll give it around what you said, 7.
Is Mistake Wu and Garnon's mom?
I've heard that theory so much.
So obviously, when the first Ninjutsu Master created Ninjago, Mistake helped him defeat the other Oni, and that's kind of what they're saying. And they think that she would have been the wife, which, is possible.
Yeah, that's the only thing we're really going on. But there's also that theory that because the first Ninjutsu Master can create, he can just create them Wu and Garmadon out of basically will. He could just do it because he can.
But if you do read the end of this theory, it's actually very interesting proof, I think. And because one, they say in the guidebook, where you see a picture of his wife, that the silhouette appears really similar to her, and that means that there was a wife, so it probably was her. And then it's just that she's really friendly with Wu, like, because she'd be his mom, and then Lloyd more so than anyone else, because she'd be his grandmother as well. So I think those are pretty interesting. I haven't heard those.
Yeah, and that's kind of a morbid way to think about it since she's dead now. She's dead
Oh,
now.
yeah.
Damn you, Garmadon, for killing her.
But yeah, that's why that moment was kind of like so sad for them, I guess.
Yeah.
I think this is a great theory, but there's just one thing. It wouldn't make sense for her to be Wu's mom. Like, why would she just kind of go away and just be making tea and
It's
like
kind
not?
of in that same vein as like, oh, now she's all of a sudden important when she was referenced in seasons prior with her simple yet very memeable catchphrase, "Never heard of it."
Yeah. But although she does make tea, she likes tea, which Wu likes as well. So maybe I don't know. I'll give it a 8 out of 10. Actually, no, 7.
I'll give it a solid 7.5. It has potential.
You see the one that says fan theory about Bolobo?
About what?
Bolobo.
Fan theory about Bolobo. Okay.
Just to have a light-hearted one at the end.
So it's safe to say the elemental masters are meant to be different countries, like Karloff is Russian. I told
Yep.
you he's Russian.
Yeah.
I told you.
We literally
Gravis
just
is
said this
from the
earlier.
Middle East. Griffin Turner is obviously American. Yeah, he definitely is, especially with that accent.
Yep.
And Tox is British in it. Country is from Bolobo. Is from Japan. Like a lot of these member of the Ainu people in Hokkaido are known for a couple different things, but the main thing is they are long facial hair and their connection to nature. That's very deep. That's one of the deepest theories that I've heard in
That's actually really
ages.
interesting. It's really well thought
I've
out.
never known about these people, so that's very interesting.
Yep. And then they just say, I hope you learned a little bit more about some cool indigenous culture in the context of Ninjago, and I did, so that's pretty cool. And I like this whole idea of like trying to guess what countries the elemental masters are from. I think that's an epic theory, and I'm going to give it a 8.5 out of 10.
Since this one is not only culturally awesome, but, you know, a really great thing to think about, I'll give it a 10. I'll definitely give this one a 10.
10, nice. So we both got 10 out of 10 today, so that's pretty cool. Yep, and that's it. There's tons more theories, but I'll leave them for like another day. Maybe if we do a second collab or if I do another episode of this myself. So thanks for doing this with me. This is pretty fun.
It's really fun just to look over some theories, because why not?
Yep. Alright, I think that's about it.
But hopefully you love all these theories, and hopefully you can give your ratings of these theories in the comments down below. But that's just a theory. A Ninjago theory! Thanks for watching.